こんばんは、みーチャンネルです。
こんばんは、マークです。
Welcome to our channel.
Youkoso. 元気ですか？
はい、元気です。元気ですか？
A little bit my throat today.
喉が痛い。はい。はい。
Otherwise okay.
はい。
So what's our Japanese word for this week?
楽しかった。
楽しかった。Okay, so what does it mean?
Fun.
So fun. Yes. So tanoshi is fun, and tanoshikata means it was fun. Yes?
Yes.
So it was fun or I enjoyed it. Yeah. So can you say it slowly?
楽しかった。
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So when would we use tanoshikata?
Go to movie.
Yes.
Go to shopping. 楽しかったね。
So it was a fun day. We enjoyed together. So normally it's when either something finishes. So if you're at the movie's over. Then you say, or if you as you said, you went out with your friends, maybe shopping or doing something. When you're finished and you're going home, you would say, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
The mom say kids,
楽
しかった。Question? 楽しかった。It's 何 Question and answer. 楽しかった？楽しかった。
Because a lot of, in kind of daily speech, like, so for proper grammar, people should say maybe 楽しかったですか?
Yes.
And then the answer is 楽しかったです. But it's the same in English. Maybe we might just say fun as a question. So fun, and then someone would say, fun, yeah. Instead of saying, was it fun? So same thing in kind of daily language, people will shorten and just say 楽しかった as a question.
Yeah.
And then you expect enthusiasm as well. So not just 楽しかった then they didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's the same in any language that it's not just what you say, it's your body language as well. So 楽しかった is like, it's when you have that feeling in your stomach, like almost like a roller coaster that, yeah, I enjoyed that. I had a good time. I want to maybe do it again or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So that's our Japanese word for this week then. So if you come and visit Japan, hopefully if someone asks you, 楽しかった when you're leaving, that you can genuinely say 楽しかった Yes. And then what is the matakimasu? Is that right? I will come back.
Yeah.
So if you really enjoyed it, you will say matakimasu as well after your 楽しかった Yeah. I want to come back to Japan. Great. So what are we talking about next?
楽しかった。また来ますわ。yakinikku.
Yakinikku? Yes.
Yes, fun.
Yes. 楽しかった is our yakinikku is fun. And yes, we want to go back. Yes, I know yakinikku. So some people say in America might know it as Korean barbecue. Yes, because it came to Japan from Korea. But in Japan it's called yakinikku. So Niku means meat, and yaki means bake. So it's like bake, but it's more like fry, or like not fry because then you use oil. It's like barbecue. It's basically
inside by barbecue.
Yeah.
Not outside.
Yeah.
Inside.
So basically, if you go to a yakiniku restaurant, when you sit at the table, there will be like a hole in the middle, but normally it's covered when you sit down first, and then. Depending on the restaurant, when either they've got like a burner in there, and then has a grill on it, or we went to a restaurant in Yokohama where they actually bring a cold one, and so when you start and you sit down and you're ready to order, they'll take the cover off, they'll turn either the burner on, or someone will bring your barbecue pit and put it in the middle of your table. And then you order slices of meat or vegetables. You can get kimchi and things like that to put on the barbecue. And then Normally, yakiniku is another one where lots of beer. Yeah. It's a beer drinking kind of activity, and it's good for groups because you can just order platters for the table and everybody just order from the menu, and then as it comes, you can just put it on what you want, and you kind of end up cooking for each other because if say the liver is over my side, then I'll put liver on for everyone there, and if someone has the beef cuts, they'll put those on their side, and then so it's enjoyable that way that everybody gets to do something and enjoy the barbecue as well. And because they're very thin slices of meat, so it's like if you had like sliced ham, it's that kind of thinness and sometimes thinner as well. And you can get all different types of meat as well for it. So what's your favorite thing about yakiniku?
Tan.
You like tan?
I like tan.
Yeah.
Japanese people start tan.
Yes.
Then kalbi, roast, la la la.
Yeah. So you start with the one that you like the best.
Start.
Start with tongue.
Yeah. Before beer.
Kanpai. Yes.
Kanpai.
Then we start. Yes.
Cooking, eating.
Yeah.
Talking, chatting.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah. It's good for it because you can just leave it there. You don't have to keep watching it, and also, so you don't just cook it and then eat it though. We have different sauces. So what are the typical sauces?
Lemon sauce, soy sauce, yakinikku sauce.
Yeah. And then also there's like a spicy sauce.
Spicy sauce. Yeah.
And then you can have you can add things to the sauce as well if you want. Yeah. And generally where we go, you get like a little dish that has 2 compartments, so you can have 2 different sauces. And then when you take your cooked meat off or your cooked vegetables off, you can put them in the compartment that you want and just let them rest there until you're ready to eat them. And then they soak up the sauce. And then periodically, maybe your grill will get kind of dirty, and then they'll come and change it as well. Yeah. And then that's normally a good opportunity to order more beer. And the good thing about yakiniku as well is that because it's uncooked sliced meat, for Japan it comes pretty quickly. So after you sit down, by the time
sorry,
no problem. So from the time you sit down to the time something gets to the table is pretty quick. Because other restaurants, say you go to maybe a ramen place or something where they have to cook it, you're waiting a long time. Maybe you've drunk 1 beer already before this stuff comes. But in yakiniku, because they're just bringing the raw stuff to you, it's pretty quick. And then also, you can keep ordering. You don't have to order everything at the start. You can keep ordering, and then you kind of get new ones. And it's good that way because you end up just ordering what you can eat. Whereas if you ordered at the start, you might order too much or too little. But as you're going through, you can kind of gauge, well, I feel a little bit hungry, so we get 1 more, or we get 2 more, or then when you get to the point, I don't want to order 4 or 5 more. You kind of know, so it's good that way that you're not overeating, but you are eating a lot of meat. But it's a lot of fun and it's delicious as well. So I really like it.
What do you think that if we go there 4 people, meat come, somebody start, bake, or it's Japanese style? What do you want to eat?
What do you want to eat?
Or maybe European people, one by one. I need liver, I need lamb, I need, you ordered.
So I think maybe not European people, but
it's share system.
Yes.
What do you think?
One time I went to yakiniku with some friends, that when I came to live here first, in Nagoya, and some of my friends had that mindset where I ordered this, so I'm going to do this. And I was thinking, because I've been to Japan a lot before I moved here, that's not the way we do things. And it's not really like in Ireland, we do it sometimes. It depends on the meal. If it's like if you order a meal where it's like a steak and it has other stuff on it, then that's your meal. But if it's something that it's obviously designed to be shared, so sometimes in Ireland we'll just, if you say go for Indian food, or sometimes if you're just getting pub food, we order for the table. We don't order for ourselves. But in some countries it is like that, where people only ever order for themselves. And then when they get their yakinikku, they think, this is my tongue.
You want?
Yeah, I don't want that tongue, no. Because then
share.
Yeah, it's better, because then you get to try more stuff. And also it means that, like, if I want to eat tongue, and you want to eat tongue, and say this person and this person want to eat tongue, then we don't have to order 4 sets of tongue. Yeah. Whereas if you're sharing, you just get one, and everybody can have tongue. It makes more sense, because one thing I found strange as well, again, just, sometimes when foreigners come here first, they still have that mindset of, say, especially from America, where when you get the bill at the end, then they look, oh, I got this, I got this, I'll pay for this. And then, but with things like yakiniku, everybody got some. So, and then it's good, it's sharing way, because you're not watching and going, oh, he ate 5 of them. It's just, let's enjoy. Come on. Like, so that was one thing that I found a bit strange.
Yes.
Being from Ireland, because we do it the Japanese way, is when we go out, we split the bill. We don't say, oh, you got that or you got this. We just say, okay, everybody got this. And sometimes it means that maybe you're paying a little bit more, because maybe I'm not drinking beer and the other person is drinking beer, but it doesn't matter. We had a good time. Yeah. So in Ireland, the idea is that no matter what, we split it evenly. But in other countries, it can be a little bit, this is mine, that's yours. But yakiniku isn't like that. It's about everybody sharing and have a good time. Then we finish and then we split the bill. And I think I like that. I don't like when you're finished the meal, then I just want to get to the point where it's like, oh, oishikata, tanishikata, let's do it again, la 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 la, and just the bill is paid. Whereas sometimes you get to the end with some people from other countries, and everybody's looking at the bill going, you got that, you got this. Then they get a calculator on the phone, and then why? Like, for me, it takes some of the enjoyment of the meal out. So I definitely like the Japanese way. How about you?
Yeah, it's Japanese system. Yeah. If don't like that system, so it's all including 2 hours.
Yes.
It's 食べ放題.
食べ放題.
It's all included.
So it's like all you can eat.
Club Med.
Yes.
System.
Yes.
焼肉ショー. Or 一人焼肉っていうの.
So hitori is 1, so 1 by 1.
Yeah, 1 by 1.
Yeah.
One counter,
yeah.
Ramen counter.
Like a ramen counter. So you got a small one. Yeah.
You want to try?
No, thank you. No, because yes, it's very lonely.
Japanese women like 一人焼肉.
Maybe, yes. Because they want to eat yakiniku, but maybe they don't have a boyfriend or friends, or their friends are busy, or they just want to. They don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to eat.
They go talking with meat.
Yes.
Hitori yakiniku. Ramen is okay fast. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yakiniku is chatting.
Yeah. It's a social thing. It's not just, it's designed to be social. That's why you have the pit in the middle and everyone sit around. So it's kind of back to the days of when people would cook on a campfire. And then you would sit around the campfire and all talk together. It's supposed to be social. That's the whole idea of it. So I noticed as well, actually, talking about that, I think it was in the Netherlands, they opened a restaurant that was designed for only one person. So the tables are small. There's only one seat at each table. So then people would go and they would eat. And I know some people need that, but things like yakiniku, as I said, they're social. So I like the social side of it as well. So so yakiniku is definitely a fun activity. If you're going to try it in Japan, try it with other people. And also just remember that, you're in Japan, so just split the bill. Don't take out your calculator on your phone. Okay, so what are we talking about next?
Next, the place.
Yes, Japanese place.
Today is Gunma.
Gunma?
Gunma.
So where's Gunma?
Have you been in Gunma? Have you ever been?
I don't recognize the name.
You are from Omiya, Takoyaki line.
Yes.
1 hour. Yeah, Gunma.
So are we going north or west or east?
North, west.
What's special about
Gunma? It's
Gunma?
Nice onsen.
Okay, they have nice onsen.
Kusatsu onsen.
What's kusatsu?
Name.
So it's like an area? Okay. So, and why are they considered to be nice onsen?
Mountainside.
So they have the mountainside, then they're natural onsen. Like in Japan, kind of a spa resort and the natural onsen. They're all called onsen, but these ones are natural. So like it's the volcanic activity that is heating the water. It's naturally heated. So does that mean then that there's a lot of sulfur in the water? So is it smelly?
Hard. Not smelly.
Not smelly? Good. Because some are smelly. They have like sulfur. This one aren't. Okay. So they're natural and they don't have the smell either. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
They have yumomi.
Yumomi. So what's a yumomi?
It's board. Long board inside onsen. Very hot water from mountain side. So old woman here, they sing a song. Water is mixed.
Okay.
50 degrees. Down. 45, 44, 43. Maybe.
So they're using
You can try.
Yes. It sounds like fun. So they're basically making it the right temperature, so it's not too dangerous for them to get in it. And then they're using the board and singing a song.
It's
mixing. So they're mixing colder water and hot water.
No, only just moving. Then
they're kind of making like a jacuzzi, moving the water around.
no, nobody there. Just yumomi. Like a show time.
Okay.
We can see the show. Yumomi show.
And what songs did they sing? No. Did they sing? So traditional songs. They don't sing SMAP or...
No. Yumomi song.
Justin Bieber.
You can try.
Very nice.
But Gunma onsen and nice food.
So what beef?
Pork.
Pork. So what kind of dishes do they have there then?
Dishes.
So what would they cook when they cook the pork? How would they cook it?
They lots of pig there. Just pig, like a yakinikku is not near the natural.
So
fresh.
Yes. So in Europe especially, and in America as well, it's parts of America, people now worry about not just they want to buy local food. So people are worried that, why should I buy beef that comes from America when there are cows, there's a beef farmer who lives like 10 miles away from my house. So in Ireland, in the supermarket and in restaurants as well, sometimes they will say where the farmer is and it's sourced locally and stuff like that. So there's a big thing because one is that people want to support their local area, and two is that people are worried about climate change, so they don't want an airplane flying beef to Ireland or a boat, bringing products to a country when it could be got locally. And if it's got locally, then like the farmer, the truck that brings it from the abattoir to be packaged only has to go maybe 1 mile, and then to the supermarkets another 5 miles or something. And then, so people now, in Japan, not so much. People aren't so worried about climate change here. And also in Ireland and in a lot of countries in Europe, there's the thing about packaging as well. We want less packaging. But in Japan, people like more packaging because it seems safe. Yes. Yeah. So sometimes you open something and then it's sealed again, and you open it and then it's individually sealed. But yeah, so there they have a lot of pigs, and so they supply the local area. So that's a good thing. Yeah. And so they have yakinikku. Did they have a special dish that is a Gunma dish?
Gunma vegetable is nice, but no seafood.
No seafood because they're inland. Yeah. But the
Gunma. Do you know BQ Gurumi?
BQ?
Gurumi.
What's BQ Gurumi?
Like yakisoba, okonomiyaki, takoyaki.
Ah, yes.
They are good. They are good.
Ah, okay. So they kind of do dishes from other areas, but they do them well. Yeah. Ah, okay. Good. And what is there to do in Gunma? To do, yeah.
Rafting.
So
snow skiing.
So they have mountains as well. Yeah. But they also have.
They have river, no sea, but they have river.
So you can go rafting, kayaking,
climbing,
bungee jumping.
Maybe.
Can you bungee jump into an onsen?
Yeah, try onsen.
So you can maybe go like on an activity weekend where you do the rafting and stuff, and then when you're really tired, you go to the onsen to relax.
Maybe Aussie there.
Yeah, a lot of Australians.
Rafting.
Yeah, White River rafting. So it's similar to Australia, New Zealand, where there's that kind of culture of adventure and in nature, doing like things like rafting. And maybe they do have bungee jumping and hiking and things like that. Yeah. So if you like the outdoors, then it's a good place to visit. Yeah. Okay. And then if you like as well to relax, it's a nice place because they've got lots of onsen, and then you can have lots of nice pork as well. Yeah. So it sounds like a good place. Yeah. We should.
Nice pork.
Yeah. I want to go there and eat pork someday.
Yeah.
Go to the yakinikku shop and just, what do you want? Pork and more pork and more pork and more. Okay, so what are we talking about next?
Do you know the nihon buyo?
Nihon buyo. So you explained it to me, Japanese culture. So you explained to me that it's like a kimono dance with a fan. Yeah. So where did it originate? Like, how old is it? Really old culture?
Old culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Nihon buyo is slow music.
Slow music. And then moving to the rhythm of the music.
Then fun. Then wake up.
Hair. So did they look almost like a geisha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, not a geisha. Just dancing. It's,
But they don't have they don't have the white face like a geisha. But they're made up similar to a geisha in an older kind of style. But the geisha always have the white face and stuff. But these ones, they're just kind of traditional makeup. And then you also said about their kimono. The kimono is different.
It's long, but it's open there.
Yeah. So the normally the kimono is covered and what happens is that you can't move very fast you can't run or you can't even walk fast in a kimono.
Kimono is slowly walking.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And also not just that is that the material stops your legs from moving. And that's why, so for the dance, basically the bottom of the kimono is opened out and is it pinned?
Open.
So it's open. How do they hold it when it's open?
So
they're specially designed. So you can't actually close it. It's designed to stay open. And then they use that one for the dance because obviously if someone is dancing, they need to move their legs a lot more than you can in a traditional kimono.
Slowly, music, slowly, it's Japanese.
And what did they wear on their feet?
Yeah.
What did they wear on their feet?
Feet?
So when you wear a kimono, traditionally you would wear like the wooden sandals with the like blue blocks under. You can't dance in those.
Maybe Japanese sandal.
So like a slipper,
or
almost like a ballet shoe.
I think.
Because I can't imagine someone moving gracefully in the the platform ones. And every time they dance, it's just. And then, so the movements are there set movements? Like, so when they move, do they just feel the rhythm and move, or is there like, can you learn a bit of both?
Rhythm, music, rhythm, and feel. So the feel.
Yes. So it's similar to kids in elementary school learn a dance called sorambashi.
But sorambashi is fast.
Yes, but it's the same thing where there's set movements to the rhythm. Bring in the nets for the fish and stuff. And then so it's like they can with the dance they can tell a story. And so where can people see it?
Everybody. The nihon buyo also.
Yeah. All around.
Japan.
So and so would it be? Do you have to go to a special show, or sometimes can you maybe go somewhere for dinner and then it would be like a show on the dinner?
Show.
You have to go for a special show.
Tokyo.
And so would it be a show where it's just dancing, or could you get one where maybe somebody doesn't have much time and they want to see different types of Japanese culture? So we talked about Rakugyo last week, and then you've got things like kabuki. Are there shows where someone could see maybe first like there's a Rakugo performer, then a dancer, and then somebody else? Good.
Only nihon buyo. Learn the buyo and see the show.
You can learn it and then.
Many school.
Very good. So there's lots of options for it. Okay, good. So I think we've never been before together, so I want to go sometime. Or maybe like a variety one where we can see many different types of Japanese culture. It'd be really cool. So if you're in Japan, what's the name of this? What's the name of the dance again?
Nihon buyo.
Nihon buyo. So Nihon is Japan. Japanese dancing? Yeah. Okay. So pretty easy name there. So if you come to Japan, then nihon buyo, check it out, and maybe even check out a variety show where you can see a lot of different bits of Japanese culture. And hopefully when you're finished, you can turn to the person that you're with and say, Tanashikata. So what are we going to talk about next?
Do you know Kusama Yayoi?
So famous. She is a famous artist here in Japan. And
I like her.
So what is she famous for?
Very nice hair,
red hair.
She is used dot artist.
All of her paintings or art installations use dots, and that's what she's famous for.
Do you like?
Yeah. You told me that she did the inside of Ginza number 6 building. Yeah. So I've seen that, and it looks very stylish. It looks really she's
colorful, fun.
It's nice. It's nice to see like a lot of use of color in Japan, because in Japan, a lot of things are kind of conservative and kind of keep down, but she brings a lot of fun and color to things. And like she's 80 years old, but she's still like Genki. So I think she's really cool. And you said that she was famous in America as well, not just in Japan. So people around the world have probably heard of her, and you've probably seen maybe her art in, if you've gone to exhibitions around the world and stuff like that as well. And you said she's a novelist as well. She wrote a book. So how many books?
I don't know.
More than one. So and were they books about her life or about art?
Both.
Okay. So, and some of them would be translated into English?
I don't know. I know
maybe
Japanese.
But maybe she's famous enough. I think some of her books would be in English as well. So if you want to find out more about her, maybe you can get one of her books and have a read. But so in Japan, apart from Ginza Building 6, where would we be able to see her art?
Ginza 6?
So Ginza 6, and where else? So in Japan, in Ueno, there's the Modern Art Museum. Is she in there? Yeah, she's in there.
Museum. Famous museum.
Museums and so should be a lot of places in Japan to be able to see her stuff. Good. And so does she still do exhibitions, or now she's kind of maybe semi-retired?
I think so.
Just enjoying her life. She deserves it. She's had a busy life, so some years to relax, I think, will be good. But she's definitely a good artist to check out here in Japan if you come. Okay, so what are we talking about next? Next is snacks. Okay, so this one, dagashi. So I didn't know dagashi until you explained it to me earlier today. So dagashi is basically the cheap snacks for kids, and so it's like, so in Japan a lot of stuff is like, say, is like sushi or Kobe beef is like top. It's to be the best, but these ones are just designed to be cheap and just to make it affordable for everybody, so kids can have them. So juan is 10 yen.
Fish cut and
fish flakes.
Fish mince. It's fish mince. It's like a thin. Then cut, then baked open.
Yes.
Mirin, soy sauce, chicken.
And how about this one?
It's Rochan, Squid.
Squid.
はい、どうぞ。
That's right.
かばやきさん。
So let's open it up.
はい、いただきます。
So, it's like a jerky. Yeah. So it's fish jerky. Oh, it's very sticky as well. Oh. You can taste the soy sauce a lot. It's very salty, but it's nice. You want to try?
I did.
You tried this one.
You tried.
This one has a different consistency. That one's very kind of sticky. This one is like a squid. So that's why it has a rubbery texture. That one's nice, but I prefer the first one. Good.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Because the squid is very chewy. But it's good though because it has good flavor. So sometimes in Japan, maybe with squid, if you get like squid sushi, and it's chewy, you're kind of maybe 10 seconds later, you're okay, I'm finished. The flavor's gone, please finish. But you're still chewing. But this one has a nice flavor to it. So you don't mind the chewing. Yeah. Yeah.
Vinegar.
Yeah. Like you said that this one had mirin. That probably is mirin as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So good snack. Still that corn thing is the only one that we didn't like, so that's good. But if you come to Japan, so you can get these in convenience stores. Yeah. So if you come to Japan, look out for these. They're oishi.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want to get stuff for friends and things, in terms of Japanese food, that's actually a good tip to give people is that go to the convenience store and try some of these snacks, and then one that you like, bring those back as presents and souvenirs for people rather than going to like an expensive place. And because you can get the what are they called, in Japan when you go on a trip and we buy presents, small presents, omiyage. You can get the special omiyage ones, but they're wrapped, so you can't taste them. And they're more expensive than the convenience store stuff. So you might bring back these really expensive Japanese things for people to eat, and then they eat them and they don't like them. But if you go to the convenience store, you can try them and say, yeah, they'd like that one, and then bring them back. So very good tip. Excellent. Okay, so what are we talking about next?
Cheap hotel, capsule hotel.
Capsule hotel. Yes, so there are some famous capsule hotels because they used to be like Japanese companies own them, and so like a bank or another type of company, and they were for employees, and so you would work there, and maybe you would finish 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You go to the capsule, sleep, and then go back to work. But then they stopped doing that in the businesses, and then they turned them into hotels. Yeah. But now you want to talk about the new ones, which are ones that are specially made.
Nice capsule hotels that it's cheap.
Yeah.
Before just sleep.
Yeah.
Now inside they just sitting.
Yeah.
Now have space.
Yes. So it's
and lighting nice and not noisy.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. So the original capsules were basically like a little bit bigger than a coffin, and they were set in the wall. So it was like if you watch on TV shows, the morgue, where they keep the dead bodies. It's the same kind of thing, but you climb up a ladder and get in, and there would just be enough space for you to sleep. You couldn't really move, or and then when they turned them into hotels, they put like a small TV like at your feet and a few little things, but still there wasn't much space. But now they're designing ones that are a little bit bigger, but with the same concept that it has to be cheap, but it should, just because it's cheap doesn't mean you should be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So where is the new hotel?
Tokyo.
In Tokyo.
Yeah.
And
Let's
try. So if anybody comes, maybe like it's not really for, it's normally capsule hotels stay one night just to try it. So if you're coming to Tokyo, if you're coming to Tokyo for a week or 2 weeks, maybe don't book capsule hotel for 2 weeks, because obviously you don't have your own shower or anything like that. So it's nice to say go and try it for one night and just for the experience. Yeah.
Attraction.
Yeah.
Not MR. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we have
is this week is graduation week.
Yeah.
Everybody finished school in March.
Yeah.
Then start April 10.
Is the new school year.
Yeah. I don't like Japanese system.
Yeah.
Please start September.
Yeah.
Only short break, 2 weeks. No homework.
Yeah.
Kids.
Well, no homework, but you say that, but one of my students, he's a high school student, and all this week when I've been teaching him English, he's been saying, "Oh, I have homework and teachers coming to my house," and so it's not, even though they're not supposed to have homework. When they get to high school, maybe they do give them homework.
Yeah, but they, mom and dad pay lots of money.
Yes, but I think it's important for kids to be kids, that when the school year is over. So when I was a kid, when the school year was over, I would go every day, be outside my friends. We would decide to go on adventures. So we lived, when I was a teenager, we lived kind of like close to the beach and close to the countryside. So we could decide to, okay, today we're going to go there. And so we'd start on maybe a small country road, and then we would go into the forest, and we would go over rivers, and maybe somebody would fall in, or like a small river. And then maybe we would make a swing on a tree or do something, and just be kids, have adventures. But in Japan, everything is very serious. And I think kids need time just to relax and just say, okay, the year is over. Let's have fun with my friends. Let's be outside, and let's just, forget about school for the time that I'm off. So, but in Japan, it's very short. It's only 2 weeks between the end of one year and the start of the next. Whereas in Ireland, we don't have junior high school and high school. We have secondary school, which is like junior high school and high school together. And you get maybe, I think it's 2 months off for the summer. And then younger kids, then I think get 3 months off. So elementary age children get about 3 months off. So then they have a long summer, and normally during that summer, maybe you'll go on holiday with your family, or you'll join a special club. And then, so I was in the Cubs and the Boy Scouts. And then also in my area when I was younger, there was like a special group for the area where all the parents gave a little bit of money, and then the group would maybe take us to the beach or something for a day. But summer seemed, when summer started, it seemed like it was forever until school started again, and you could just forget about it and just have fun. But in Japan, it's like, it's only 2 weeks, and now I have this and I have that. So it's as you say, I don't like the Japanese system either. So maybe someone in the future will think about it, how to change it, because I know that your friend lives in Denmark. Yeah, and she gave a talk here in Tokyo about the school system there, how they support parents and children, and how they have a shorter school day, but then the parents are encouraged to go to the park and learn together with their children and stuff. And so maybe things like that will change the culture over time. Maybe it'll be better. Yeah. So what else then is happening this week? So we have the graduation.
Then sakura.
So the sakura is out. So but this year it's early.
Yeah.
Because normally the sakura the start of April. Yeah. So this year sakura is early, but also it's been strange this week because the sakura started to come out, but also we've had a cold snap, so we've had like snow and sleet. So it has been good weather for Hanabi. So Hanami Hanami. Yeah, Hanabi is the firework. But the Hanami has been good weather. So normally people will go to the parks and they'll drink beer and look at the sakura and things like that. But but the weather, maybe next week the weather will be good and we can have a Hanami. Yeah. So the cherry blossom is a very special period in Japan as well. I think it's when people kind of relax a bit more during cherry blossom season, because it's that kind of feeling of like enjoying nature and just sitting and relaxing and not being too hectic. And I like the sakura season. And I went to in Roppongi. They have like a walk where both sides of the street have cherry blossom trees. And then I've also been to Shinjuku Goen. They have a nice sakura, a lot of sakura trees there. And then where else have I been? Near the Emperor's Palace. Yeah, there's like a place you can go to see sakura as well. But then everywhere in Japan, like there's sakura trees, like, and a lot of towns and cities will have like sakura dori, which is like cherry blossom tree street, where so you can go and see it. So you don't have to this time of year. You don't have to go too far to find the cherry blossom tree. What do you like about sakura season?
I like sakura. So I recommend Nakameguro in Tokyo.
Nakameguro.
And nighttime Yozakura. Nighttime sakura. Yozakura. Right up the long road is sakura. It's beautiful.
Nice. So maybe some nice pictures and just some nice company as well. Go.
Be careful, drunk.
Yeah.
Be careful, drunk people walking.
Yeah. You should always be careful when you're drunk. Have a fun night. Don't get in any fights. Just enjoy the sakura and chill out. Cool. So that's it for another weekend. Yeah. Okay. So I'm ready. Janken fight. Yes, revenge. 4-2.
Yeah.
So you're still winning. But I'm coming back. The comeback kid. Great. Okay. Good job. Thank you. Okay, so that's it from us from this week. And it just remains for us to say, Jane. Yep, subscribe to the channel, please. See you.